Hi everybody, thank you for joining me on my latest YouTube video. I hope you're all well and dandy out there in the Beatles world, record collectors, people of the interweb and members of the VC. Today I'm going to be showing you the records that we got at yesterday's Nottingham Record Fair run by AA Record Fairs. I hope you all enjoyed the video of the actual fair yesterday. I have had a bit of a copyright claim, so I've had to mute a couple of the songs, but the rest of it's okay. So I hope that hasn't spoiled anybody's enjoyment of that video. Twist and shout outs, Beatle Dave's famous twist and shout outs. We're going to do two today. I'm only going to do two because this could be quite a long video. So the first Beatle Dave's twist and shout out for today goes to Mr. George Harrison. He would have been 81 years old today. God bless him. I'm sure he's having a party up there with John. And when I realised it was his birthday today, it actually made me think how much we actually miss people like George. You know, he was very, very underrated in a lot of ways. You know, yes, he was a fantastic singer-songwriter, fantastic vocalist, fantastic guitar player, but you know, don't forget he could also play things like the sitar and things like that. You know, there's a lot to George that we don't really know about, and obviously he did, although he was the quiet Beatle, he did apparently have a wicked sense of humour. And my second Beatle Dave's twist and shout out goes to my old mate Rachel's ghost. You are getting a special twist and shout out today, Rachel, because you have championed my channel basically since day one, and the other day when I hit 8,000 subscribers, you did something very nice and you actually mentioned it on your channel. So if you don't know who Rachel's Ghost is, check out their channel. They do a live stream every day. In fact, I think it's on about now. So if you're living in the UK, it's already started. I should imagine it usually starts around 2 o'clock time in the UK. Fantastic channel. I will go on it one day, Rachel, but as I've said to you before, you'll have to tell me how to do it because me and technology don't get on that well. Right, so that's the intros done. Now for the bit that you all want to see, well, I hope you want to see, is what we got from the record fair. We got all these here, all these records. A little bit about the record fair. It's the first time it's been held at this venue in Nottingham by AA Record Fair. So there's a VRP one, I think, still in Nottingham. There was a good selection of records, CDs, singles, albums, box sets, a little bit of memorabilia as well. What surprised me was the price of the records. They were all pretty cheap, to be honest. You know, there's records from a couple of quid up to a couple of £100. Most of the ones I bought were around the £10 to £20 mark. I think the most I paid for one was £25. We did buy quite a few, and as always, Beatle Dave ended up spending more money than he was intending to, but I got a lot of things for what I paid, if that makes sense. So I haven't played, well, I've played a couple of them, but I haven't cleaned any of them. So we'll kick off, shall we? I'm sitting comfortably, then I'll begin. The first one is this, which is a bootleg. And it's the Beatles Broadcasting Corporation, the Beatles Night, 7th of December 1963. And this was when they appeared on the famous BBC programme, Jukebox Jovi. And it was just them on it. And it was a bit like a panel show, and you played a clip of a song that was being released that week, and you had to say whether it was a hit or a miss. And then afterwards, they actually recorded 11 songs for another programme. But it was all done on the same day. Let me just put my grandad glasses on. Just bear with me 1 second. I was hoping not to put these bloody things on. Right, so it's the Beatles Broadcasting Corporation, Beatles Night, 7th of December 1963. By the end of 63, Britain was firmly in the grip of Beatlemania. On December the 7th, the quartet visited Liverpool, where they presided over a special edition of Jukebox Jovi in front of 2,500 hysterical fans, it says here. Oh, and they was all members of the fan club. then performed in front of them for a subsequent TV concert broadcast entitled It's the Beatles, prompting Brian Epstein to joke that for a night BBC stood for Beatles Broadcasting Corporation. The visuals for the former are sadly missed, but the audio for both programmes is presented here together with background notes and images. So that is the track listing if you wanted to see it. This was £15. I mean, the jukebox Jovi thing you're probably not going to be that interested on, because it's just them saying whether they think a record's going to be hit or not hit. And if you don't live in the UK, you probably won't know many of these songs. I mean, there's a couple on here that even I don't know. But side 2, it's the Beatles performing live, so which is the most interesting side. So you've got From Me to You, I Saw Her Standing There, All My Loving, Roll Over Beethoven, Boys, Till There Was You, She Loves You, This Boy, I Want to Hold Your Hand, Money, and it finishes off with Twist and Shout. Now this was a limited edition of 2000, and my number is, I think it's 0845. And like I said, this is on lovely, lovely blue vinyl. If you're watching Beatle Brad, so that is side 1, then that is side 2. Don't know what it sounds like because obviously I haven't played it yet. Did come in a polyline sleeve, and then you get the notes and everything there, which came with it, which I think was very nice. And for £15 you can't really moan at that, can you? Like I say, the prices at this record fair were actually it did quite amaze me. Before I went, I'd been in touch with the people that run the fair. I met this as quick as I can, and I says, is it alright if I do some filming when we come down? Got my own YouTube channel, I think, plus it to promote you as well. Yeah, of course you can. Just come and see us though before you do it. So I got there, I went up to the chap, because I know Adrian and Andrew anyway. And it's Beatle Dave, am I okay to like do some recording? He goes, yeah, of course you can, mate. So me and Sue was going around videoing, and there was one bloke that moaned that we was recording, and I just says, well, we've been given permission to record, and he goes, yeah, but I don't want you recording me. And I thought, well, I wasn't recording you anyway, I was recording your records. But apart from that, everything was fine, really was fine. Fantastic day out. I'm looking forward to the next one, because I will be going to that, but obviously I won't be spending as much money as this. Next we've got Let It Be. And I can hear you now saying, why the hell have you bought Let It Be? One, it's £10. That's what it was £10. And the sharp-eyed people of you out there might know, this isn't any old Let It Be, it's a Russian copy. So there's no laminate or anything, it's very, very basic sleeve, virtually paper. Like I say, £10. If I can get it out. It's not on Apple either, it's on their Russian label. I hope you can see these okay. Side 1 and side 2. Again, £10, not bad, is it? Me being me, this morning I did go on the dreaded eBay, and I did try and look at some of these records to see whether I'd got a bargain or not. That don't want to go in there, I'll do that afterwards. And the only one of these I could see, which was a Russian one like this, bear in mind I paid £10, they wanted £45 for it. £45. So I'm not sure what it sounds like, because when we came home yesterday I did play a couple of them and we had a few drinks and stuff, but then I thought, no, I'm going to wait and clean them properly, which I might do later on today or tomorrow, because I've got a couple of days off work. So that's the first two. I think this was actually quite a bargain. This is an American version of Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, and it is an original 1967 copy. And I found something out that I never knew about the American ones, that you actually got the psychedelic red and white sleeve with it, the full sleeve. I mean, it's in brilliant condition, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's in acceptable condition, and the spine's all nice and intact. And on this one, with a little help from my friends, is a little help from my friends. Does that make this one rare or not? I don't know. And here is the sleeve. I think the only difference this is on ours. Oh, this is weird because it says BPE121. Does that make this one rare? On the British ones, it just says patents pending. I mean, it is a bit fucking dog-eared there, sort of thing. Oops, sorry, swung. Stereo, obviously. Can't see if there's any marks on it. Printing press. I'm not sure. There is some marks on it, but you know, overall, it's not in too bad a condition. Side 1 and side 2. I will try and make this video as quick as I can, but I can't promise anything because now I've started I want to show you them all, if that's okay. Cheers everybody. Then I got this one, the Beatles Ready Steady Go. Again, this is actually a live performance. Doesn't say when it was recorded. So on side 1 or side A, as it says here, you've got You Can't Do That, Can't Buy Me Love, She's a Woman, Babies in Black, Kansas City, and then She Loves You. Side 2 is Twist and Shout, Roll Over Beethoven, I Want to Be Your Man, Long Tall Sally, and then there's a medley of Love Me Do, Please Please Me, From Me to You, She Loves You, I Want to Hold Your Hand, and Can't Buy Me Love. And then it finishes off with Shout. Now I seem to think that was from a TV show called Around the Beatles or something like that. Beatles Go Home, We Want the Rolling Stones, it says on the back there. That is a track listing at the top, look. You want to freeze and zoom in. And this was £10. Most of them were £10. That Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band was £10. Nice. It has actually got a really nice cover, this. One of the better covers I've seen for like an unofficial release, shall we say. So that is the cover. And then I think these labels are wicked. Really do. Is that a gnome or a troll or something? I don't know. I think it's supposed to be a gnome, isn't it? That's side 1 or side A, and that is side B. Hope you can hear me okay. This gimbal thing that I bought, by the way, you know, it was, excuse me, it was yesterday going to the record fair. One of the reasons that we went was to try this out, like live, crate digging. And it's ever so hard to be looking at a record and holding that at the same time. I mean, I was lucky because Sue was with me, so every now and again she'd take hold of it while I was looking at things, so it wasn't as bad as it could have been, I suppose. Okay, next we've got with the Beatles. This is a 2012 reissue, so it's on a 180 gram vinyl, and it's a European pressing, not a UK pressing, and this was only £15. Virtually identical to the album that's been out for years and years and years. Lovely, lovely glossy sleeve. The spine and everything is really, really nice. Obviously you all know the songs on here anyway. Gleaming white, that is at the back, gleaming white. The only thing with this is you don't get to see the publishing credits and stuff like you did on the originals that much, do you? Does need a clean. It has got a few marks on it, but they are only like where it's been in the sleeve. So that is side one, and then side two. So I didn't think that was bad. Again, on eBay, these usually go for around the £35–40 mark. So I've done very good so far. Well, I think I have. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got about 10 more to do, so I might as well carry on. But I will now apologise that this video might be a little bit long. Afternoon coffee. Cheers, everybody. The next one I've already got a version of this, is the Beatles Get Back, the Rooftop Performance, new 2020 remastered version. Now mine into 2020 remastered version, the one that I'd got, and mine was on white vinyl, and I think I got some extra songs on it. This, you just get the songs off the Rooftop concert, and they have been slightly remixed, and you get a poster and things with this, which I didn't get with the other one. So side one is Get Back Take One. Track 2 is Get Back Take 2. That's followed by Don't Let Me Down Take 1. I've Got a Feeling, and the one after 909. Side 2 starts off with Dig a Pony, God Save the Queen, I've Got a Feeling Take 2, Don't Let Me Down Take 2, and Get Back Take 3. The Rooftop Apple Course 3 Savile Row, Mayfair, London, lunchtime, Thursday, January the 30th, 1969. Producer George Martin, engineer Glyn Jones, stereo. So that is the track listing on it. And the nice thing about this is you get some goodies with it. It's a very, very lovely glossy cover. As you can see the shine on that. Nice spine. Beatles on the Rooftop. That's good though, isn't it, how they've done that? Because isn't this for the, didn't they do an IMAX screening of the Rooftop concert or something? You also get an inner sleeve with it. Although the record is in another inner sleeve. Nice photos, isn't it? That's a good one, looking down off the roof. And you get a poster. Because I think you've got this one, haven't you, Beatle Brad? I think I did comment when you showed yours that I had already got one, but I didn't get a poster of mine. And the one I've got has got a really rough version of Hey Jude on it, and then another couple of other songs. So they say it's a poster. Is this a poster or not? I don't know. It's nice though, isn't it? It's just a shame I haven't got any space left on my wall to put it on. Right, now this is the vinyl. Do you want to see the vinyl? You like it? You will like this. You will like this. You will like this. So it is like a grey marbly effect. Side one. And that is side two. Nice, isn't it? That nice. This was £24. Sorry, £24.99, so you can say £25. Which, to be fair, I didn't think that was that bad. It must be 180 gram vinyl as well. Again, looking on eBay this morning, they go up to like £70 odd, they do. Why? Why? I can understand why, because, like I've said before, why Apple aren't releasing things like that, and you've got people that are prepared to do it. where else can fans go to get that? You know, it's amazing, isn't it? So you got this one, Bon Jovi interview, picture disc, which the chap did tell her don't play it because of the sound crap. And she got this one as well, another Bon Jovi one. Yeah, he says don't bother playing them. He says the sound crap and it'll probably knock you starless. Which I think when they came out, they were more to like look at than to play, weren't they? I think they're designed to be put on a wall, weren't they? Then I got Ringo. One of these EP things it is had out for a couple of years. This is Zoom In, and this was £20, which I didn't think was that bad. It was sealed. Like I say, I've got some of these songs that he's been doing the past few years on these EPs on my streaming device, but I haven't actually got a physical copy, so it was nice to get a physical copy. And for £20, I think that's roughly the going rate for one of these, isn't it? Although, having said that, on eBay this morning, there were some of these that was going for a hell of a lot more than this. So side one, you actually get 5 songs on this, so it's not that bad really, is it? Side one is Here's to the Nights, and then Zoom In, Zoom Out. Then side 2 is Teach Me to Tango, Waiting for the Tide to Turn, and Not Enough Love in the World. No, there's not enough love in the world at the minute, is there? All you need is love, and there's not enough love in the world, and things like that. Give peace a chance. You know, if people actually listened to some of these songs, maybe the world could be a better place. Could be. I'm not saying it would be, but it could be. You get an insert with it, that's a weird picture of Ringo, isn't it? That'd look good on the wall, wouldn't it? That'd look good on the wall there. Might have to make some room. And then on the back you've got the words to the songs. So like I say, I haven't played this, so not sure what it sounds like. I've heard that Zoom In, Zoom Out. And I think I've heard that other one as well. 180 gram vinyl, black vinyl. Side 1 and side 2. Nice. So have I done well there? £20? I think I have. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I've paid for them because I haven't bought them to sell. But the daft thing is, if I'd wanted to buy some records there to resell on the dreaded eBay, I could have probably doubled what I paid for some of the records that I did. Not that that's what I'm doing, I'm just saying. So if anybody wants to like start selling records on eBay and things, yes, I'd go to record fairs. There was records there from £1 upwards, basically. Yeah, not mega collectibles, but you know, there was something for everybody. Then I got this one. David Bowie, the man who sold the world. So I've just been looking at something about the man who fell to Earth, and this is a picture disc from 2021. And again, this was sealed. I've unsealed it to look at it. Lovely, lovely album. Do you want to look at the picture disc? Of course you do. Of course you do. Of course we do, Beatle Dave. So that is side 1. It just makes me laugh when I look at this and I see where the spindle hole is. I wonder if they realise that when they press these up. And there's a lovely, lovely picture of David here on side 2. Yeah, fantastic, brilliant, love it. What did I say I paid for that one? I think £14.99 for this one. I think. Just get it right. Yes, I'm sure this was £14.99. Yes, it was £14.99. Like I said, it was sealed, and you get quite a few little goodies with this. You get an inner insert with the words to the songs. All by Jingo. And you also get a poster with this one, which I think when this was reissued in the early 70s, like 72, 73, when they couldn't use the dress cover anymore and it was the black cover, I think the original ones on there did come with this poster then. Again, I'd love to put this up on my wall, but I haven't got nowhere to put it. And I'm not going to start messing about. And then that is the cover with the hype sticker still on it. I didn't think that was bad. Again, looking on eBay this morning, these usually go for around £35. I can't, you know, I like kicked myself because I couldn't believe that that was that cheap. He was still all awake. So some of the records that I got you did actually see in the video yesterday. This one you saw, which is another copy of the White Album. Now, I made a mistake on this. I looked at two, and I mean, for what I paid, it didn't matter. It's a later copy, this one is, so it is still embossed on the name of the Beatles there, but it's not numbered and it's a side opener. Right. And I also looked at one that was a side opener that was numbered, and because I got carried away, I picked this one up thinking it was the other one. This was £25, but £25 for a White Album isn't that bad, is it? Unfortunately, there's no poster or pictures with this, but the disc itself actually is in really nice condition. UK pressing as well. There was lots and lots of albums. You know, they weren't all like British releases. There was quite a few, you know, from around the world. And there's also loads of singles. I haven't seen so many singles at a record fair for years. To be honest, I couldn't be bothered to look at the singles. I just looked at the albums. So I might have missed some gems there, I don't know. This is the other side. This is side 1 and side 2. Lighter green label, which makes it around 1976, I think this. I know for the George Harrison songs it does say Harrison songs and not Apple Publishing as it did on the early 70s ones, and of course the original 1968 ones. Nice. I mean, that's not bad for £25, is it? Did I need another White Album? No, I didn't, did I? So that makes about 39 copies of the White Album, I think. But for saying £25, I think I would have regretted it if I hadn't bought a White Album. There was a couple there that were from America, on the original Apple label from America, and then there was some on the, is it plum and silver label, like the purpley capital label, and then there was one that was on the red capital label. But they were quite expensive. There's a lot more than £25. Then there's this one. This is probably the most interesting one I got in one way, but it's also the worst one because I've played this, and it is just called The Beatles, and I paid £10, and it says live tracks previously Italian EP. Okay. So nowhere on this does it actually tell you what's on it. I mean, I do know what's on it because I played it yesterday. There's a little bit of staining just there. So why they couldn't put the tracks at the top there, I don't know. Well, I do, because it's a bootleg. Weird, like, cover though, isn't it? Nice, a bit strange, isn't it? The Beatles as Beatles, really, isn't it? Sort of thing. And it is a white label. Well, I say it's a white label. Is it a white label, or is it just that they couldn't be bothered to print labels for them? Because usually they were black, weren't they? Or, you know, be green or something like that with nothing on it. But see one with white on it. Although I've never ever seen this before, to be honest. Till yesterday, I'd never ever seen this. And I will tell you what the tracks are in a minute, because I did write it down. Like I say, I did play it yesterday. Or was it this, yeah, yesterday. I did play it yesterday. And it's like somebody's got an old reel-to-reel tape recorder, and they've got a handheld mic, and they've just put it right next to one of the speakers. It might have been a speaker, and they've taped it off the radio. That is what it sounds like. The sound quality is not that good, but for historical reference, then it is. Don't get me wrong, you can listen to it, but it is a bit of a hard listen. Side A, you get Twist and Shout, then that's followed by She's a Woman, and then you get a very, very brief snippet of I'm a Loser. And then side 2 is If I Fell and I Want to Hold Your Hand. So, but like I say, the sound quality isn't up to much. You can listen to it, but I think this is one of them that you'd probably only going to listen to half a dozen times anyway. Some of them songs might be in better audio on later copies of other records, I don't know. Then Sue got me this one. It's a Marble Arch, which was like a sort of budget label of Pie Records in the UK, and it's the Kinks Sunday Afternoon, so it's like basically a compilation album. Fantastic photo though. Fantastic photo on the front. And on this you have actually got, like, it's basically the best of the early Kinks. You've got Sunny Afternoon, I Need You, See My Friends, Big Black Smoke, Louie Louie, Louie Louie, oh my love is gone, do 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 do, Dedicated Follow Fashion, Sitting on My Sofa, Such a Shame, I'm Not Like Everybody Else, and I'm not, and Dead End Street. So that is the track listing. And Sue paid the grand sum of £6 for this. It does need a clean, don't know, it does need a clean. We played this yesterday, it played fine all the way through. A little bit of crackling places, but you'd expect that from a original 1960s LP, wouldn't you? These go for quite a lot on a certain selling site. They go for a hell of a lot more than £6. Let's just put it like that. We've got two more, folks, so I haven't done that bad. The Beatles, A Hard Day's Night, and I looked at this and I thought there's something not right, and then I realised, well, the bloke told me, he says it's a 1981 Hungarian issue, Hungarian press, so it's got a slightly different number, well, it's got a completely different number there, look, but then on the back it still has the British catalogue number, and it says EMI Records, Haynes, Middlesex and all that. Published 1964, EMI Records Limited, and then it says manufactured in Hungary under licence from EMI Records Limited. See that? And it is actually quite a weighty record. Saying this is from 1981, and the sleeve is actually very good. Well, I'd say excellent, to be honest. Yes, I know it's probably not worth a lot, is it? Because it's a reissue, but I don't know if these were ever issued in Hungary at the time anyway. And when you look at the labels, it just looks really, really weird. So that is side A. Now you look at them labels. Doesn't that look weird? Hey, doesn't it look weird? Apatia or something? Stereo, and it does actually say there, look, published 1981. Yeah, the sun's decided to come out now, hasn't it, folks? Again, quite a heavyweight record. That must be, I'd say that's about 140 gram. Again, I haven't played it because I haven't cleaned it. What did I say that one was? £10. So most of them are £10. I think the most expensive one I bought was the Get Back Rooftop concert, which you say £25, and then there's a couple that were £15, and the White Album was £25. So all in all, I don't think I've done bad. And the last one was, or is, should I say, Some Girls by the Rolling Stones. I know it's strange to think I've got a hell of a lot of Rolling Stones albums, and I was looking through them the other day because I was going to do a feature on the Rolling Stones. I still might do it yet, I don't know. And I thought I'd got this album, but I haven't. I think I did have it years ago, but it didn't have this thing where you slip them out. You know, it comes out like that. It wasn't die cut. And I paid £10 for this. I don't know. Can I show you this or not? I don't know. Yeah. That's the back. But I think there was another version of this, which is a famous one, where every one of those had a face in it, because some of them are blank, aren't they? If you look, some of them are blank. And there was a face in every one of those, and certain people threatened legal action if they didn't move the faces off it. Which is a bit daft, really, isn't it? So when you take it out, you can do it both ways. Look, you can do it that way, or you can do it that way. The nice thing about this is actually an Italian pressing. Again, it's a very, very weighty album. I think some of the people might have got upset because they put makeup on some people, haven't they? I mean, isn't that Marlon Brando? Well, looks like him, doesn't it? And there's, you know, various people out of the Rolling Stones and things like that. There's people on here I don't even know. So that is the inner sleeve, and then this is the labels. Beast of Burdens on this. So that was on an earlier album. So if you don't know the track list, I'll just say the track listing on this, because you've got Miss You, which was like the sort of hit, wasn't it? You've got When the Whip Comes Down, Just My Imagination Running Away With Me, which is an old Motown song, isn't it, I think? Some Girls and Lies. Then side 2, you've got Far Away Eyes, Respectable, that was a single, wasn't it? Before They Make Me Run, Beast of Burden, and Shattered. 1978. 1978. God, does make me feel old. I can remember when this was in the shops. Honestly, I can remember when this was in our local record, one of our local record shops in Long Eaton. Yeah, but you do get an insert as well with this, which is the words to the songs, I think. Yeah. And they are in English. Well, that's an Italian press, and they are all in English. So I'll just show you what I mean. It's like you can put this in either way. So put in that way first. That's that one up. Or you can do it the other way. So we do it this way this time. Quite clever, isn't it, how they've done that, to be honest. Probably not everybody's favourite Rolling Stones album. I've always quite liked this one. This one, and is it Black and Blue that came out? I think it was Black and Blue before this or after. I can't remember now. Yeah, so again, £10. You know, if you're streaming, that's more. You paid more for monthly subscription to streaming service, wouldn't you, than this? And as I've said before, you know, at least I've got the physical thing here. But we buy records to play, don't we? Like I say, if I had second income selling records off eBay or somewhere like that. You know, a lot of these, £10, I'd probably get £20 for this if I put on eBay. I'm not going to. Right, love your records, cherish your records, play your records. That's the main thing, isn't it, to play them. Sometimes you will have to clean them, which can be a ball ache. I used to say that on every video, and I realised the other day I don't say it anymore. But, you know, cherish them, you know, that's what, you know, we buy the record to listen to. First and foremost, you buy a record to listen to. Well, I do. Whether it's worth something or not and you've made a bargain is immaterial, isn't it? Remember, you are the beat of Beatle Dave. I do love you all. Thank you very much for everybody that is subscribing, leaving likes and leaving comments. You know, the subscriptions are still going up slightly, so you know, you are all doing me proud, and it is all down to people like you and people like Rachel's Ghost and Beatley Tones Beatles channel, who always mention me, especially Rachel. I owe Rachel a great gratitude. You know, she has supported the channel basically from day one, I'd say. Often gives me shout outs and everything. If I ever do manage to catch her show now, because of my work patterns, I don't always get it. As soon as I put something on, she's doing the heart thing, you know. So whatever you're doing, please stay safe. As I've said before, I love you all. If you're not subscribed, by the way, just think about subscribing, because it is free. It doesn't cost you a penny. This is a little bit of boring bit, but this is what YouTube like us to do, so that the more likes, subscriptions and comments we get, the more that they can promote the channel. And to be fair, it does work. When I did the one the other day and I said something about I'm getting a load of people from other countries, then I got people commenting, well, yeah, we're in Australia. I got somebody saying, what about the people in Canada, which I thought I'd mentioned, some people in Ireland, somebody in Uruguay, is it? South Africa, some people in South Africa watch the channel now. You know, so we're all getting quite international as a channel, which is a good thing, because the more people that we can keep on talking about the Beatles and record collecting and the VC and, you know, things like that, then, you know, the Beatles will never go away, will they? So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I was going to say little video, but it's not that little, is it? I just thought I'd show you what we got at the Record Fair today. Once again, thank you to AA Record Fairs. I know they did one today somewhere else in Leicester, but next time they do one in Nottingham, I hope that we will be going. It was good, brilliant venue. Like I say, everybody was dead well behaved. Nobody was like trying to push in front of you. I mean, I've been to record fairs and you're looking at something and somebody just comes in front of you. There's none of that, you know. Sue really enjoyed it. She was laughing and joking. And she did say, Dave, that was a fantastic day. We will have to try and do that more often, which we are going to try and do. So I'm going to leave it there. Like I say, thank you to everybody for your continued love, support and all that lot to the channel. Without you, this channel wouldn't exist. And I do mean this, you know, I am being serious when I do say it. And, you know, the success of the channel is also down to people like you, so you are part of the success of the channel. So until the next time, it's ta-ra for now, loving you all, peace and love.